It's time for Timothy. Yes, it's time for that little mouse with the big message to pop into your TV set along with his wonderful friends. So come with us as Kathleen learns that beautiful clothes and jewels are not as important as the simple gift of love in Cinderella Churchmouse.
What a heavenly ball gown! And look at all the jewels! Mrs. Herkimer Standish Throckmorton as she appeared at the Fine Arts Ball. Just imagine dressing like that and going to parties. I've always wanted to wear lovely clothes and jewels and go to a grand ball. I'd float like a snowflake in the winter wind.
Hey, Kathleen, here's a letter for you. Who could be writing to you anyway?
Lots of people, Timothy. Young ladies do correspond, you know.
Correspond? You mean write letters?
Of course I mean write letters.
It's all perfumey. Wow.
Let me have it, please.
Sure. Girl stuff.
Oh, Timothy, listen to this. You are cordially invited to attend a party given in honor of Emmeline Witherspoon at 3 p.m. in the afternoon.
I don't want to go.
You don't have to, silly. You're not invited. I am.
That's a relief.
Let's see, where was I? At 3 p.m. next Wednesday in the afternoon. Regrets only.
Regrets only? Who are they?
Oh, Timothy, you don't know anything. Regrets only means that I should write or phone if I can't attend.
You are going, aren't you?
How can I? I don't have anything to wear. Emmeline's parties are always dress-up, really dressy. And the only party dress I have is old and funny looking. I'm ashamed of it.
Girls, always worrying about clothes. Why don't you go the way you are? You look okay to me.
I couldn't.
Well, it's your problem. See you later. I'm going fishing.
Oh, Kathleen, are you out here in the garden?
Sure. Hello, Mercedes.
Kathleen, aren't you thrilled? Isn't it just too divine?
You mean Emmeline's party?
Of course. Can't you just see how it will be? Everyone floating about in elegant party dresses and sparkling jewels.
What are you wearing to Emmeline's party, Mercedes?
You should see it. My mother bought me a long red frilly dress with a full skirt. And do you know what else? I think I'll wear a tiara.
A tiara?
You know, like a little crown, just like a queen wears. Of course, it won't be a real diamond tiara, but it will look like one.
Oh, you'll be beautiful.
I can hardly wait. It will be heavenly to twirl about, just like in Swan Lake. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What are you going to wear, Kathleen?
What am I going to wear? Why, I really don't know.
You don't know? My dear, you'd better hurry and decide. It takes time to select just the right gown, you know.
I may not even go.
Not go? Everybody but everybody will be there, Kathleen. You shouldn't miss the most important party of the year.
If I decide to go, I'll let you know, Mercedes.
Don't take too long. I've got to run now and pick up my tiara. Be sure to call me. Goodbye, Kathleen.
Bye, Mercedes.
That Mercedes thinks she's so great dancing around.
Timothy, I thought you'd gone fishing. You were eavesdropping, weren't you?
I didn't drop anything. I started to leave when I heard Mercedes bragging about her swell clothes and how divine she'll look at Emmeline's party. Who cares?
I care. I wish I had something really super to wear.
Don't let Mercedes keep you from going to the party. You'd still look better than her, even if you wore an old sheet.
Thanks, Timothy. I think I'll go see Jeremiah. Maybe he can tell me what I should do.
Vanity of vanities, all is vanity.
Hello, Jeremiah. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
No, Kathleen, come in, come. It's always a pleasure to see you. Tell me, what have you been doing today?
Not very much. I have a problem, Jeremiah.
You want to tell me about it? I'd like to help.
Well, let me ask you, Jeremiah. If you were a girl and asked to a very special party, a really elegant party, but didn't have anything at all to wear and couldn't buy anything new, what would you do?
Well, now that is a problem, especially for a sensitive young lady. First of all, I would consider my wardrobe, look carefully at the very best dress, still presuming that I am a girl just for present purposes only, you understand. Then I would see if someone could help me make that dress into something special. Just a slight alteration here and there may do it, you know.
But, Jeremiah, what if the only good dress is too short and skimpy? It was outgrown months ago. Besides, it's so plain.
Then I'd consult the finest seamstress I could find and ask her to do her best. Remember, Kathleen, true elegance is often simple.
Jeremiah, I don't know. Everything seems so hopeless.
Now, Kathleen, truth is beauty, and beauty is truth. As one day you'll realize, all that glitters is not gold. In time you'll understand what I'm trying to tell you. Don't worry now. I'm sure you'll go to the party and have a most enjoyable afternoon.
Thanks, Jeremiah. I'll remember what you said.
Why, Kathleen, you look so sad. Whatever is wrong?
Oh, Mr. Owl, Emmeline has invited me to her fancy dress party, but I don't have a fancy dress to wear.
Is that all?
Isn't that enough? My Sunday dress looks worn, and I've really outgrown it. It's funny looking. I've never been to such a party in my whole life, and now I'm invited and can't go. I'm miserable.
Now, Kathleen, you know fine feathers do not make a fine bird. No, sirree. Fine feathers do not make a fine bird.
Who's talking about birds?
What I'm saying is, Kathleen, fine clothes don't make fine people either. Some of these fancy birds you see, why, they don't even have sense they were hatched with. Take the peacock, for instance.
Timothy and I saw the peacocks at the zoo. I thought they were magnificent.
Oh, sure, they look great. But with all those flashy feathers and strutting around, they can't even fly very far off the ground. They can't fly much. But that don't keep them from being snooty, proud as a peacock, you know.
I never thought of that.
And just look at the swans. Everybody says they're so graceful and handsome. They look kind of silly to me, like statues, sitting down in that cold water in all kinds of weather, just paddling along. Worst of all about swans, they have about the meanest disposition of any bird you can name. Be very careful not to get near them, or they'll bite a big chunk out of you.
I suppose looks aren't everything.
Well, I hope not. Now just look at me. To most people, I guess we owls look rather plain. Nobody stands around saying, "What a gorgeous bird." Heavens to Betsy, no. But nobody ever calls an owl dumb or silly or mean either. People have respect for us because they know our beauty is more than feathers deep. Then, too, with our powerful wings, we owls can fly great distances. But of course, most of all, we're famous for our wisdom.
That's all true, Mr. Owl, but it doesn't help me. How can I go to Emmeline's party without a new dress?
Kathleen, you missed the whole point of my lecture. Besides, it's not so much what you have that counts. It's what you do with what you have. Fine feathers indeed.
I know you're trying to help, but I think I'll take a little walk. Thanks, Mr. Owl. Thanks anyway. My first big party, and all I want to go in the worst way. If only I were rich and had a lovely dress and pretty things like ladies in the magazines. Oh, how I wish.
Kathleen, my dear, yoo-hoo!
Oh, how beautiful you are. Who are you?
Don't you know me? Why, I'm your fairy godmother, Kathleen.
I really do have a fairy godmother? I'm so glad. What can I do for you?
I'm going to do something for you, my dear. I'm going to grant your wish.
My wish? What wish?
Your wish for a lovely dress, Kathleen. When I raise my wand and speak, you will be dressed in a beautiful ball gown. Then you will go to a very special party.
Oh, fairy godmother, I didn't know anything so wonderful could happen to me.
Stand very still and close your eyes. Now, winkety, blinkety, blinkety dee. 'Tis the loveliest gown you ever did see. Open your eyes, Kathleen.
Oh, fairy godmother, it's really for me.
Of course, my dear.
It's the loveliest gown I've ever seen. Thank you, fairy godmother, thank you.
Now you are ready for the party. Wait a little while and an express cloud will appear and take you there. One thing you must remember, though, if you wish to keep your ball gown, you must stay at the ball until midnight. If you leave before midnight, your beautiful gown will vanish and you will be dressed in your everyday clothes.
Oh, fairy godmother, I'm sure I'll stay until midnight. I'll love every minute of it.
Have a lovely time. I must leave you now, Kathleen. Call me if you need me. Goodbye, Kathleen.
Don't go, fairy godmother. Please don't leave me.
Goodbye. Bye, Kathleen. Call me if you need me.
All aboard! All aboard! Express train for the castle of his lordship, the Duke of Demitasse. All aboard for the grand ball.
Do you mean me?
Is your name Kathleen?
Yes, oh yes, sir.
Well, then, climb aboard. Don't want to be late, do you?
Oh, no, sir.
My dear Kathleen, we have been expecting you.
You have? I didn't know I was coming until a few minutes ago. How did you know?
Oh, but we have ways of knowing these things. Come with me. I am Lady Pettifor. You may call me Petty.
Lady Petty? Why is everyone all bent over?
Oh, my dear, you'll get used to that. You see, everyone here is wealthy, very rich indeed.
Is that why you stoop over so?
Actually, Kathleen, we can't stand up straight like you because we're wearing most of our costly jewels. They literally weigh us down.
You mean they're that heavy?
Very heavy indeed. But come with me. You must meet our host, the Duke of Demitas. The Duke of Demitas is the wealthiest man in the kingdom. So, of course, he is bent lower than anyone else. My lord, may I present our guest, Miss Kathleen?
My, you're a tall one, aren't you? One moment till I up my periscope so I can get a good look at you. You certainly are tall, young lady.
I'm really not very tall at all.
You're not? But then you're not wearing any jewels, or even a tiara, are you?
Why, no, sir. I don't have any jewels.
You don't have any? What a pity. You must be very poor. Poor as a church mouse.
That's exactly right. I am a church mouse, Kathleen Churchmouse.
We meant no offense, my dear. She's really quite pretty, isn't she?
Very pretty. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Your dear son, Minnie Pooh.
Yes, I believe I heard my name. Now, who is this lovely creature? One moment for my periscope. Now I can see.
Miss Kathleen Churchmouse, this is my son, Minnie Pooh.
How do you do?
Very well indeed. Would you care to dance, Miss Kathleen?
Well, yes, I suppose.
Oh, how jolly. Now, I can watch the floor so as not to step on all the others' feet, and you, up there, Kathleen, you can see over the crowd, and together we can surely sail along splendidly. Well, up and away. Oh, you can't imagine, Kathleen, how very much I enjoyed our dance.
I'm afraid I can't.
Oh, you steered me around the floor beautifully. We were the only dancers who could see where we were going.
Did you ever think you might have a lot more fun if you took off all those heavy jewels and ornaments? Then you could stand up straight all the time, and you could see where you're going.
Perhaps. But you see, the very rich have responsibilities, too.
Responsibilities?
Certainly. We must wear all our finery to give the peasants a show, a lift, you know.
But why would the peasants want to see you like this?
Why, it adds zest to their dull lives, my dear, just to see us in all our finery.
Perhaps if you gave some of your treasure to them, they could enjoy better lives.
But they like their lives. They wouldn't know how to act any other way.
Are you sure? Did you ever ask them?
Of course not. A noble does not speak to a peasant.
I see. I'm afraid it's time for me to leave.
Oh, I do hope you're enjoying yourself, Kathleen. We have great plans for you.
Plans for me?
Quite so. How would you like to stay here with us in the castle?
Thank you very much, but I couldn't do that.
Of course you could. With just a little change in your appearance, you would be perfect. Pages, sound the trumpets. I have a most important announcement. To all the realm of Demitas, Kathleen Churchmouse will remain with us as a loyal member of the court.
But my dear Demitas, her neck! It's far too short.
So it is, but that can be changed.
I don't want to stay. I don't want to be changed.
But, my dear, you need only to have your neck stretched. Then you can wear all the necklaces and jewels you like. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
But I don't want that. I don't want my neck stretched. I want to go home.
You'll be fine after your neck is stretched to the right length. You'll see. Come with me, my dear. These men are the royal neck stretchers. They'll do a fabulous job. You'll look lovely, like a swan. It will be well worth suffering for a little. You'll see.
Oh, no, help! Fairy Godmother, help me, please, I need you.
Here I am, Kathleen.
Oh, Fairy Godmother, please take me home.
Oh, of course, my dear, but it's only 11 o'clock. If you leave now, you know you will lose your ball gown.
I know, Fairy Godmother, I know, but I want to go home. Please take me home now. I don't care about any old ball gown.
What's all this? Kathleen is not leaving. I won't allow it. She's to stay here with us. With her neck lengthened just 10 inches or so, she'll be just right.
Demitas, you villain. Kathleen and I are not your subjects. You cannot rule us. We are leaving.
I order you to leave, but Kathleen remains with us.
Oh, Fairy Godmother, please save me. I'm afraid.
Demitas, I warn you. Release Kathleen at once, or with one wave of my wand, you and all your court will be banished to the Isle of Extreme Poverty, where you shall slave the rest of your lives for only bread and water, with never a jewel to your name. And all of your necks will shrink to just 2 inches.
Shrink our necks? Indeed. You don't frighten me. I doubt, though, that Kathleen's neck would stretch enough anyway. Let her go. Be gone. Kathleen, you take your fairy godmother and go. Be gone, both of you. Good riddance.
Come, Kathleen. Your express cloud is waiting for you.
I'm coming, Fairy Godmother. I'm coming.
Winkety, blinkety, twinkle-dee-dee. You'll be home, Kathleen, before you can count 3.
Fine feathers do not make fine birds. All that glitters is not gold. Truth is beauty, and beauty is truth.
Kathleen, where have you been? I've been looking for you.
You wouldn't believe it, Timothy, but I'm glad, so glad to be back, and my neck feels fine. It's not one bit longer than it was, not one bit, is it?
Your neck? It looks the same to me. Are you all right, Kathleen? You're talking awfully funny. Tell me, are you going to the party?
Emmeline's party! I forgot all about it.
Granny Patchett's waiting for you at the church. She says she has a surprise for you.
A surprise? I wonder what it can be. Let's hurry.
Oh, Kathleen! Kathleen! Oh, there you are, dear. You're just in time. I came to town to do some shopping, and I stopped by for a visit.
I'm so glad to see you, Granny Patchett. Can you stay for supper?
No, I'm afraid not, my child. I must get back to the farm. Now, what's this I hear about a special party and no dress to wear?
It's true, Granny Patchett, but I guess it's not as important as I thought.
Now, Kathleen, if you want to go, I think I can help a bit.
You can? Oh, Granny Patchett, I do want to go, but I just about given up hope. About my dress, I mean.
Well, now, it will take a bit of doing, but with a little work, I think we can make it do just fine.
My old dress? How?
Well, let me explain. First of all, it is such a lovely shade of blue, and the lines are very good. So, we'll let out a few seams. Stand over here, Kathleen. Let me measure you. Just as I thought, just right.
But it will still be a plain old dress and way too short.
But now for the surprise. Do you know what this is, Kathleen?
Why, it's lace.
So it is, my dear. Lace delicate as moonbeams. It's lace your mother made many, many years ago. And we'll use it to make an edging at the neck of your dress. And there's just enough to insert about the hem to make it long enough. Can you see how truly lovely it will be?
Oh, Granny Patchett, it will be elegant, won't it? And to think my mother made this beautiful lace long ago. If only she could know how happy she's made me.
Now for the jewelry.
My jewelry? But I don't have any jewelry.
But you do. This gold locket was given to your mother by your father as an engagement present. You see, here are their pictures.
But I never knew. Oh, Granny Patchett, I'd rather have this than all the emeralds and diamonds in the world.
Your mother wanted you to have it at the right time, Kathleen. And I do believe that now is the right time.
Oh, it is. It is. And you know, I'll be the happiest girl at the party because I'll be wearing these gifts of love from my mother and father, and from you. Thank you. Thank you, Granny Patchett. You truly must be my very own fairy godmother.